In the beginning, there was a dot. Then time passed. The dots evolved into an artwork of high sensibility, a piece of fine handiwork, harmonizing patience with art. Batik comes from the word ambatik, which can mean a cloth with dots or spots. The making of such exotic spots is not as easy as waving a hand. The driving force is the patterns themselves. It is not just a matter of drawing lines, it is the breathing of life into patterns full of dynamism. Some of these patterns are age-old, others emerging of ancestral designs with new concepts growing out of more recent contemplation.
Okay, now I want to tell you about batik in outline. Batik is one way of making fabric. Besides batik can refer to things. The first is technique of coloring cloth using the knife to prevent starring part of the fabric. In the international literature, this technique is known as wax resist dyeing. The second nation is the fabric or clothing made with this technique, including the use of curtain motif which have peculiarities. Batik Indonesia has the overall engineering, technology and development related motif and culture. Batik is derived from two words taken from Java. Traditional language is amba, which means writing, and titik, which means dot. Batik has long history in Indonesia. It inherited directly from our ancestor, which is still exists and people still using it for style. Batik was firstly introduced by Suharto, the second president of Indonesia, which he wore at PBB conference. Batik was already exiled from Indonesia. What itself was created. This is our traditional motif printing dye technique. Okay, next presentation will be explained by Fandi about history batik.
Thank you to my partner Johnsis. I want to tell you about the history of batik. In Asia, the technique was practiced in China during the Tang Dynasty, and in India and Japan during the Nara period. In Asia, the technique was practiced in China during the Tang Dynasty, and in India and Japan during the Nara period. Rover also report that the greasing part and are well known by the 21st century in Kediri, East Java. And the carving details of clothes were a well-pranjam paramita, the stud of a building goodness, the stud wisdom from East Java, 13th century CE. And it was like from the early 19th century that the art of batik really grew. There is its golden period. The exposition universal in Paris 1900, the Indonesian batik impressed the public and the artisan. And next, in the sub-Saharan African, Japanese batik introduced in the 19th century by Dutch and English traders. The local people there adapted the Japanese batik, making the large motif and the thicker lines and the marked colors. In the 1970, batik introduced the Aboriginal in Australia, community of Australia. The Aboriginal community, its Annabella Utopian developed their own craft. Thank you. The next presentation to my partner by Rahma. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fandi. I want to tell you about traditional of batik. Batik is traditional motif printing day. Thank you, making batik a hereditary tradition. tradition will be continued by Afrik. Thank you.
Thank you, Rama. Now I will be the strength of batik. Writing batik is a with recorder with texture and complexion using hand. This making of batik takes 2 or 3 months to complete. Stamp batik is slick with recorder with texture and complication with format with stamp. This making process more or less than 2 or 3 days to complete. Painting batik, this making process of batik is by directly painting is a white silk. This is thing of batik, example of painted batik. This is channel for the make batik. To use the malam for the make batik. Thank you for the presentation.
I will tell you about batik tulis of Solo. Batik keris, known as batik, is very popular in Indonesia because of the good quality and elegant motif. Model batik keris also vary widely. Not only the pattern catwalk as drawing they agree on, but the motif will always follow the fashion trend of today's modern batik. Batik keris has become a varied motif by not leaving the characteristic of batik. However, the store doesn't sell product aesthetic batik keris. Batik just wanted to offer a possible solo with comparable quality and choice of motif and highly powered quality. Batik art is imaged on fabric is clothing that become one the cultural keluarga Indonesia king of all. Initially, batik is not only limited in the place alone and process to dress the king of and family and his followers. Because many of the followers the king would live outside the place, the art batik was worked by them